If you're thinking about hiring a life coach or you already have one, there are some serious red flags you need to know about because not everyone calling themselves a life coach or mental health life coach is operating ethically or legally. Let's talk about signs that a life coach may be committing fraud by deception. First, misrepresenting qualifications. If someone is claiming credentials they don't actually have, like calling themselves a licensed therapist, counselor, psychologist, or saying they hold trademarks or certifications that they can't be verified, that's not a misunderstanding. That's deception. Next, business and legal compliance matters. A major red flag is operating without basic business structure. Even though life coaching isn't always regulated by a state-issued license, a legitimate coach should still have things like an LLC, proper business registration, and required local licenses. If none of that exists, it shows a lack of professionalism and accountability. Another issue is no liability insurance. Reputable coaches carry insurance to protect both themselves and their clients if something goes wrong. If a coach doesn't have it, that's a sign they're not prepared or willing to operate responsibly. Now let's talk about scope of practice because this is a big one. Life coaching is about goal setting, motivation, and personal development. It is not therapy. A coach should never be diagnosing mental health conditions, treating trauma, or offering services that cross into mental health treatment unless they're properly licensed by the state. Doing so is illegal and can amount to practicing without a license. Pay attention to the language they use. Terms like therapist, counselor, or psychologist are protected in many states. If a life coach is using those terms to describe themselves or their services without the proper license, that's a serious red flag. There are also ethical warning signs. One of the biggest ones, guarantees of outcome. No ethical coach can promise you life-changing results. Success depends on many factors, including the client's own effort. Guaranteed results are often a sales tactic used by fraudulent operators. Another concern is lack of transparency. A legitimate coach will clearly explain their training, credentials, pricing, and just as importantly, what they do not provide. If someone is evasive or refuses to answer basic questions, that's a problem. And finally, watch out for coaches who focus more on their own lifestyle and guru status than on your growth. Excessive flexing, wealth, luxury, fame can be a distraction tactic meant to build credibility without substance. If you suspect fraud, you can verify business registration through Secretary of State, check professional licenses with your state's licensing board, and report concerns to the FTC or your state attorney general. Protect your money, protect your mental health, and don't let polished marketing replace real accountability.
It's dangerous that there are people online misrepresenting themselves as professionals because they're probably out trying to provide counseling for people as we speak, and they're playing with people's lives. Always look people up online. Licensed professionals have to register in the state that they practice in, so if you want to make sure you don't end up talking to a person like her, look them up.
This is Gail at Night. I hope this helps. If so, please hit the like button for me, and I'll see you on the next video.